Parallel resonance. Here we have a capacitor and a coil which is having a resistor in series with the inductor. These two are connected in parallel to a power supply of voltage V and a frequency F. So I is the source current. Current flowing through this coil is IL. Current through the capacitor is IC. VC is the voltage across the capacitor. VL is the voltage across the coil. ZL is the impedance of this coil and XC is the capacitive reactance of the capacitor. The entire thing, which is the impedance, total impedance. See this current I, it has two components. This current IL, this is actually lags behind the voltage V by an angle phi. So it has got two components. One is called the horizontal component, another one is called the vertical component. IL cos phi is the horizontal component of IL. IL sin phi, which is the vertical component of IL. At resonance, these two are equal. That is, IC, the current through the capacitor, equals the vertical component. So at resonance, IC equal to IL sin phi. So IC is nothing but, so this is a parallel, same voltage appear across this branch as well as this branch. So IC equal to V by XC equal to IL is V by ZL. Sin phi, we have already seen, is nothing but XL divided by ZL. So V and V getting cancelled. So we write 1 by XC equal to XL divided by ZL square. So ZL square equal to XL into XC. ZL square equals XL is omega RL, XC is omega RC. So omega R getting cancelled. ZL square equals L by C. Take square root on both sides. So square root of ZL square equal to square root of L by C. So ZL equal to L by C. So what is ZL? That is impedance of the coil. Impedance of the coil. ZL equal to square root of R square plus XL square. ZL equals square root of R square plus XL is omega RL the whole square. ZL equal to square root of R square plus omega R square L square. So ZL we have already seen root of L by C. So ZL is also this. So you can equate these two things. Hence square root of R square plus omega square L square equal to square root of L by C. Now you square on both sides. So when you square on both sides, the square root will disappear. So you can write R square plus omega R square plus omega R square L square equal to L by C. So this R square you take to the right hand side. Omega R square L square equal to L by C minus R square. So next omega R square equal to this, take it the other side, 1 by L square multiplied by L by C minus r square. Omega r square equal to, just multiply inside, 1 by L square into L by C minus R square by L square. So this L and the square getting cancelled. Omega r square equal to 1 by LC minus R square divided by L square. Now you take square root on both sides. So square root of omega r square equal to square root of 1 by LC minus R square by L square. Square root of omega r square equal to square root of, just you multiply and divide by L. So L divided by L into C minus R square by L square. Omega r square equal to square root of L into L square. L divided by L square C minus R square divided by L square. Now this 1 by L square, you take it outside. So if you take 1 by L square outside, you get square root of omega r square equal to square root of 1 by L square multiplied by L by C minus R square. Square root of omega r square, now you split this square root into 2. Square root of 1 by L square multiplied by square root of L by C minus R square. So if you square root, you will get omega r. Here also 1 by L. Square root of L by C minus R square. Omega r, you know very well, it is 2 pi Fr, angular frequency, equal to 1 by L square root of L by C minus R square. So this 2 pi, you bring it down. Fr equal to 1 by 2 pi L square root of L by C minus R square. Next you come here. This R is the resistance associated with the inductor L. So we are, some resistance, it is a coil, right, made up of some metal. So you have some resistance associated with the metal. So only thing is, you have made it as a coil. So there is always some resistance associated with the inductor, which is nothing but a coil. That's why we have shown it as R in series with L. So that R is the resistance associated with the inductor, not the external resistance. Suppose if you assume this resistance is almost zero, right? Say neglect this R. If R, which is the coil resistance, is neglected, suppose if you neglect that, that means R equal to 0. So if you put R equal to 0, this term will not come. So you get Fr equal to 1 divided by 2 pi L square root of L by C. Fr equal to 1 divided by 2 pi L, I can write square root of L square root of L multiplied by square root of L divided by square root of C. So this 2 getting cancelled. Fr equal to 1 by 2 pi square root of L into square root of C. So you can combine single square root. So resonance frequency Fr equal to 1 divided by 2 pi root LC. So therefore that expression for resonance frequency, either series resonance circuit or parallel resonance circuit, both are same. So even for the series resonance circuit, we got the same expression, Fr equal to 1 divided by 2 pi root of LC. Next we shall discuss the frequency response, right? for parallel resonance circuit. So here F is the frequency along y-axis. We have taken I. So at parallel resonance we have maximum impedance. So that means the current is the minimum. So Fr is the resonant frequency. At the resonance condition, you have the minimum current. Say it is IR. So with respect to frequency, how this current varies. Okay. So this is the off power point, square root multiplied by IR. If you extend this point, this cuts first at one point. The corresponding frequency is lower cutoff frequency or lower off power frequency. Next it cuts here at this point. The corresponding frequency is F2, which is the upper cutoff frequency or upper half power frequency. So this difference F2 minus F1, which is nothing but bandwidth of the parallel resonance circuit. Next we will go for Q factor or quality factor in parallel resonance circuit. So Q you can define like this: IC divided by I. So IC equal to V divided by XC. I, circuit current, equal to voltage divided by total impedance or the circuit impedance Z. So Q equal to V by XC multiplied by Z by V. V and V getting cancelled. So Q equal to Z by XC. And again at resonance the circuit current equals the horizontal component. So IL cos phi equal to I. In other words, I equal to IL cos phi. Now what is I? That is the circuit current. I is nothing but V by Z equal to IL is V by ZL. Cos phi is R by ZL. Cos phi is R by ZL. So V by Z equal to VR divided by ZL into ZL is ZL square. So Z equal to, you want Z, you take this here, bring it down. So you get ZL square V divided by, this is divided by VR. So this V getting cancelled. So Z, that is the total impedance, Z or circuit impedance, Z equal to ZL square divided by R. We have already seen ZL square equal to L by C. So Z equal to, substitute this here, Z equal to L by C divided by R. So Z equal to L by CR, right? So now already we got this Q equal to Z by XC. So Z is this, substitute here. Q equal to L by CR divided by XC is 1 by omega RC. So Q equal to L by CR multiplied by omega RC. The C and C getting cancelled. So you will be getting Q equal to L by R, Q equal to L by R into omega R. And we know very well omega R equals 1 by square root of LC. So substitute that here. Q equal to L by R multiplied by 1 by square root of LC. Q equal to L, you can write square root of L divided by R, 1 divided by square root of L square root of C. So this these two things getting cancelled. So we write the remaining things. Q equal to 1 by R square root of L divided by square root of C. So you can combine into single square root. So finally you can write Q equal to 1 by R square root of L by C. So this is the expression for quality factor in the case of parallel resonance circuit. And if you recall, it is almost same. It is same as what we obtained for series resonance circuit. So your resonant frequency and the Q factor or quality factor both are same for the case of series resonance as well as parallel resonance circuit.